YouTube, it's Dbtgamer Show, Pokemon Let's Play, part 37. In the last part, we started off the dungeon beneath the game corner. In this part, we hope to get more through it. Off screen, YouTube, I did some infantry swapping around, and I also found these items. I'll show you what it is. Step on this panel down here, and it should spin you all the way up here, round here, and then
hopefully
step on this panel over here.
Right.
Then stop, go down one square, then grab this. It's a super potion, very useful. Right, off screen to where we were before. Pause.
We're already here, aren't we?
No, we aren't.
Oh, fair enough.
Right, you two, we're back to where we were. And I head down these stairs now, make my way back to this other room. Because there's a newer staircase here which takes us further down. So I'm thinking it's where we have to go next.
Yeah, we've got no idea where we are, that's the problem with these
From
mazes.
what I remember, there's a key and you use to get to the left to get to Giovanni, which is our next boss.
Yes, and we've just spent the last half an hour researching Giovanni's voice.
And character, and
yeah.
thinking of hilarious voices for him. The first one we came up with was Albert Wesker, then we came up with Count Dracula's bad guy person, but I think we...
That's right, the problem with Albert Wesker is just a posh British accent, and I've already given a posh British accent to Professor Oak. And Dr. Von Goose...
you come. It's posh, but it's more evil.
And Dr. Von Goosewing from Count Dracula, well, I'm not actually that good at a German accent, and I can't really do it without sounding, shall we say, incredibly racist. Or like some kind of Nazi stormtrooper.
Nazi stormtrooper, what the hell?
And then we actually did some research and found, I think it was the first movie where Giovanni actually speaks, and he has got the most bland, generic, and just pointless. There's no distinguishing features in his voice at all. So we've come to a compromise, and we decided to give him a completely different voice. And we'll get to that when we actually find the bugger.
Yeah, we've sort of tried to make the guy as threatening but funny.
And we've also figured out that the badges we have only allow us to train Pokemon up to level 30. Anything beyond that, and they won't...
Obey us.
No.
I've just found TM10, so let's see what it does.
Double Edge.
Ooh, very good TM, although it does do a lot of damage. Although it does half... Let's say if you do 100 damage, it does 25 damage to you. It does a quarter of the damage that's been done to the Pokemon to you.
Okay.
Adam, you want to complain about the Pokemon manual? Go.
Yeah, whilst I was looking through the manual to find out what badges did what, I flicked to the back and found, get this, a Braille chart. Now, I assume you know what Braille is, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Braille is a form of writing used by blind people. It's basically a set of 6 dots, which are raised. It's sort of raised out of the page by a hole punch, which makes a sort of a mound in the paper.
I found a red can, then I give it to Duracell.
There's 6 of them all together in. There's 6 of these little spots in a sort of Braille set, and depending on which combination of these little 6 dots are raised is different letters. For example, one spot is A, one spot on top of another is B, two spots next to each other is C. You get the idea. But on this, it is quite literally a chart which lists all the letters of the alphabet A to Z, or A to Z, whatever alphabet you use, a full stop and a comma. And I swear, it is literally just printed on with standard ink onto a piece of paper. It is not raised or anything. So what possible use could this be?
In Pokemon Leaf Green, after you beat the main game, if you go to the island where the unknown reside, if you read the Braille correctly, it can help you find the unknown. And anyway, a blind person couldn't use a Game Boy, so your argument is almost irrelevant.
Surely they could have come up with something a little bit more than Braille. You know, how about Morse code? Or how about an entirely new language?
An entirely new language, I have enough of that with a Pokemon voice. Pika, Pika, Pikachu, choo, choo, Ducky, Ducky,
Yeah, but
free, what the hell does that mean?
They're just shouting out their names. The thing is, many series have created fake alphabets just for use in their little franchise. For example, the Futurama series, they've got an alien language. The Pokemon series, they've got unknowns. That's an entire alphabet in itself, complete with letters, numbers, and
question. What is the
punctuation.
What is the Futurama unknown language thingy?
Watch the bloody episodes, mate. It's all over the place. In every single episode, it's written on the walls. It's written on
Adam,
papers.
I haven't watched the series for about 5 years since I met you.
Yeah, but
refresh my memory, please.
It's little squiggles.
Oh right.
That are made up, and they represent letters in the English alphabet.
All right.
I don't know what they are. Look it up if you want to find out more. But why do these guys have to resort to Braille?
Yeah.
Sure, it's a language. Yeah, of course it is. But it's a language which isn't used in visual medium. It is not a visual language. It is a tactile language, and therefore should not be used in in a computer game. It's got no purpose here. And the fact that it's just printed on in ink means it's worthless. That is just cruel, giving someone a Braille sheet and it's just a smooth sheet of paper.
Alright, I get your point.
Anyway, that's me ranting about the I don't know if it's fire red or leaf green, it's just...
Leaf green.
Well, it's the manual itself is red and green, it doesn't tell you which game it's from. But anyway, that's me ranting for 5 minutes. Right.
I found a HP up YouTube, so let's give it to our Pokemon with the lowest HP.
Used.
Let's see,
Scorch, who's got 61.
Alright, Scorch is for you then.
Now Scorch has 62.
I was looking at the Pokemon Browser YouTube and I made it Scorch later on, but I'm not too sure because all the other fire Pokemon aren't much better than him.
So keep him for time being then. The TM2.
I think it's for Razor Wind. Razor Wind's a pretty good move, but you have to like charge it before you use it, so it has a major flaw in that.
Teach Razor into a Pokemon. Nope.
Now, this guy gives us the key for the elevator.
We hope.
No, he does.
A rocket wants to fight.
How do you fight a space rocket? Let me just think about it in my head. Nah,
I'm going to be extremely bitchy and probably sound like an arsehole by saying if you want to destroy a space rocket, you just loosen one of the heat shields and it disintegrates on re-entry. But I shouldn't really say that since that has actually happened and many people have died in the process. So I do apologise for that, but it is a valid way to dismantle a space rocket. The only problem being that you've got to get into space to tamper with it in the first place.
Well, the
Sorry, just a space shuttle.
Space shuttles themselves, they're very, very
robust.
But if one thing goes wrong, you're practically fucked.
Yeah, that's the problem with things like the shuttle and...
You know, there's no parachute to save your life. There's no emergency exit. If anything fails, you are brown bread.
Yeah,
in every sense of the word.
They're so complicated that if one thing fails, it's a cascade effect which pretty much obliterates everything else around it. And it's not the type of thing that you want something to go wrong with.
I mean, when I used to design things in school, I always used to keep the same rule. Keep it simple, stupid. Then they have less chance of failing.
I suppose that would work. But when you think
the same people in Robot Wars used to use the same formula, and a lot of them actually made good machines on that thing.
The trouble is when you're dealing with something like a space rocket, you know, arguably the most advanced piece of technological vehicle thing that the human race has built, I don't think simple is what you really want to go for.
Alright, once you beat this trainer, talk to him again, he'll give you the lift key, he'll drop it and give you it.
How do we get on to talking about rockets anyway? No, let's find Team
Rocket.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Adam, pause, we need to go off screen for the lift. Right, you two, we're back at the at this area.
You should know where it is by now.
This is the area where the trainers are, with the big tables. This is the elevator. Use the lift key on here. Right, I think we need to go to basement number 1. No, elevator music!
Basement number 1. Evil overlords, rockets, assorted shite. I really should have thought about that a bit more.
Basement number 1. Random rocket battle. Have a nice day.
Smart ass.
See, I didn't put much thought into that and mine sounded alright.
I'm not going to say anything. I've been outclassed.
You have been upstaged. David Hughes upstage.
Ah! Irritated groan. I can see your foot.
Oh.
Get your foot out of shot, that's very unprofessional.
Alright, let's give Scorch a go.
Is fire any good against poison?
Let's find out.
No.
Coughing.
But normal damage.
Coughing is basically a very good physical wall. It can take a lot of physical hits, but if you throw special moves at him like Fire Blast or Water Gun, he basically dies. So that's a good strategy to remember when you're fighting these things.
It took 3 embers to kill it.
Yeah, well,
then again, Ember is the weakest fire level. Fire ability. Move! Ember is the weakest fire move.
Adam, camera time.
11:50.
Alright, keep your eye on it. I don't know what happened there, YouTube. It had a little bit of my game was had a little bit of crash thing there. It just sort of squeaked. Anyway, next battle.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh wait, we've already done this one. That's a escape route, so that's a good thing to do. It gets you out of this dungeon quicker. Let's try basement number 2.
Is that where you came from?
Fuck!
Basement number 2. Exactly the same place you were before. So skip basement 3 and go to basement 4, because there isn't a basement 3.
There is a basement 3, you have to get with 5 stairs. Basement number 4, Giovanni's epic chair.
Epic. No one's going to fight you, though. You found iron.
This is a very good item. It's a Pokemon medicine which increases your Pokemon's... let's see. I wonder what it does first.
Defense, isn't it?
Yeah, defense. So let's just see. Who's got the lowest defense on my team?
You want to pause it while you sort that out?
Firo. He's got. Yeah, pause it.
Cool
Start
thing.
camera.
Yep.
Right, we're gonna give the iron to Pikachu
Defense Rose.
because Pikachu's currently our weakest defense Pokemon. But when he evolves to Raichu, we will change that. Off screen, we bought a Firestone, a Leaf Stone, and a Thunderstone. We'll use them later on.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
When was that? Last week, I think.
Last week when we were trying to get some decent moves for Mew, we bought some stones from the shop. You get the stones on the 4th floor of the market in this city.
Yeah, I think I went through that when we first entered the city. Went through all the department store floors.
Oh. Yeah.
I've got other things to talk about now.
Polly is strong enough to beat a ground type Pokemon. That's quite amazing because
That's good, isn't it?
well, because ground types are usually very good against flying types.
Dum bum ba dum. I've got other things to talk about.
When this part's over, we'll try and think of a topic.
Okay, fair enough.
We ain't got much time for this part, have we?
We're currently on about 1420.
I'll try and finish this fight off.
Using the epic powers of speed up.
Right, YouTube. On the note of finishing this battle, we shall end the part. See you then. Bye.